Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Sachin's Mom. Today is the most requested recipe video, how to make biryani. There are several ways to make biryani, like layering, one pot biryani. The one I'm going to show today is kind of fusion. Not everyone in our family eats meat, hence I'm making a very small portion here. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to prepare and another 15 to 20 minutes for resting. I usually don't marinate the masalas. Instead, I make the biryani early while I'm preparing the breakfast and it rests for 3 to 4 hours before the lunchtime. By doing this, the rice absorbs all the flavor and I feel it tastes better. So let's get started. Here I have used 1 cup of long grain basmati rice. You have to rinse and soak the basmati rice for about 30 minutes. Once you soak the rice, it gets cooked easily and it comes out very fluffy. You can also try to use them directly without soaking, just that the cooking time will vary. Let's see what are the list of ingredients that we need for biryani. For 2 portions, I have used 2 big onions, 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, 3 green chilies. I have used 2 chicken drumsticks here, handful of coriander and mint leaves, half a cup of yogurt, fried onions, half a teaspoon of turmeric, and it's again optional, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, 1 teaspoon red chili powder, 5 to 6 saffron strands, orange food color, and apart from this, as usual, oil and salt to taste. I have used a biryani masala here. Usually in India, we make homemade biryani masala. Since it's been 2 years that I went to India, I ran out of the homemade biryani masala. So for the last 1 year, I've been using this Shan biryani masala. There are several varieties of Shan biryani masala available in the market. After many attempts, we finally settled to these 2 versions. One is Sindhi biryani, another one is a normal biryani. The Sindhi biryani masala is hot, spicy, and yet it has a sour and sweet hint. The plain biryani masala is kind of a balanced and doesn't have the sweet and sour taste. Today I'm using this Sindhi biryani masala in my video. If you're not used to too much chili or spices, I would suggest you to skip the chili powder and reduce the green chilies to 1 instead of 3. If you don't want to use the store-bought masala, you can use the whole spices as well. For example, I have here bay leaves, fennel, cumin, cinnamon, cardamom, mace, peppercorns, cloves, and kalpok. First, we're going to prepare the rice. I will cook the rice to 80% cooked consistency. I will show both Instantpot version and the Stovetop version. I soak the rice for about 30 minutes. Now let's switch on the Instantpot in saute mode on high. Add 3 cups of water to it. Once the water comes to rolling boil, add the soaked rice along with 1 bay leaf, 1 cardamom, and 1 stick of cinnamon. Now set a timer for 5 minutes. At this point, your Instantpot will still be showing it is in pre-cooking state. But just don't worry about it. You can set a timer separately for 5 minutes. At the end of 5 minutes, remove the inner vessel and strain the rice and keep it aside. So by doing that, you have a rice which is only 80% cooked and not completely cooked. We don't need a completely cooked rice here, else when we do the pressure or the dum, the rice will become mushy. I will quickly also show the stovetop version here. So now let's make the curry base. To make the base, now switch on the Instant Pot to saute mode on low. I'm using a Evo Duo Plus, hence the Instant Pot inner vessel is Stovetop friendly. So I'm going to demonstrate the sauteing in Stovetop for the ones who doesn't have Instant Pot. So once you switch on the saute mode on low, add 2 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil is hot, add the onions and saute until they are soft and golden. Now you can see the onions are soft and have come to a golden state. Now I'm going to add green chilies. To saute the chicken for about 30 to 40 seconds and later add the ginger garlic paste to it. And finally, I'm adding all the masalas, the chili powder, coriander powder, turmeric, and also the biryani masala, and quickly saute. And at this point, there are possibilities that the masala will get stick to the bottom of the vessel. So quickly add the coriander leaves, mint leaves, and followed by half cup of yogurt. There were several questions whether we can do this in a vegan version. Yes, you can. Instead of yogurt, you can use tomatoes, as well as instead of chicken, you can use vegetables. And continue to saute for a minute. And finally, to deglaze, I am adding 1 cup of water. And now we are going to let this gravy boil on high for 2 to 3 minutes. So if you are on Stovetop, change the setting from low to high. And if you are on Instant Pot, cancel the current setting and again switch to saute mode on high. Simultaneously, I will be preparing the food color and saffron mixture. Saffron gives a very nice aroma to the biryani. Food color is actually optional. I'm going to mix a few strands of saffron and a pinch of food color to 1 tablespoon of raw milk. Again, for vegan version, you can skip the milk and instead mix it directly with 1 tablespoon of water. Now you can see the chicken is cooked and it's time for us to add the partially cooked rice on the top. The measurements given here are for 2 portions. Since I'm using 1 cup rice, I'm not going to layer like the gravy, rice gravy. I'm just going to directly add the rice on top of the gravy. If you're making in a larger quantity, once the gravy is ready, transfer it into a bowl. First use half of the gravy, half of the rice, again 3rd layer gravy, and again rice. So like this you can alternate the layer. Before we move this biryani to dum or for pressure, I'm going to add the saffron milk which we prepared on top of this rice. I'm going to add a handful of coriander leaves and mint leaves, and finally handful of fried onions. Traditionally, while making biryani, they usually make fried onions freshly, but I've been using this fried onions, the store-bought fried onions, almost for 3 to 4 years. So I stopped making fresh fried onions. I just use this and it really works. Optionally, you can also add 1 tablespoon of clarified butter, that's ghee, from the top, but I'm not using it here. If you're using the Stovetop, close the bowl with the lid and reduce the heat to low and let it sit in the lowest heat possible for 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, you can switch off the stove. The important tip is you don't keep opening the lid again and again, because if you do that, the steam or the pressure will be lost and the rice will not get cooked. If you're using Instant Pot, cancel the saute mode and select the pressure cook custom high for 1 minute. So we're just trying to create the pressure, and then with that pressure, the rest of the rice and the chicken will get cooked, and also the rice will not become mushy here. I usually let it cook and then let it naturally release the pressure or naturally settle the pressure. So now you can see that it has stopped, and it's been about 15 minutes. The pressure has already released, and I'm going to open the Instant Pot. I'm sorry about the steam. So usually we don't mix this rice because the bottommost layer of the rice is going to be very moist, and the top layer is going to be a little fluffy and grainy. So we don't usually mix it. We usually serve it from the bottom, just like how we serve the lasagna. So it will be served with the complete layer. Usually biryani is served with onion raita, and if you're a non-vegetarian, usually it is served with some fried chicken or egg, but the common usual side is onion raita. And there were also a lot of requests about vegan version. If you're still watching this video, and I have made the vegan version of biryani. Today, 1st of July, is my birthday, so I cooked the vegan biryani for lunch today, and I've also shot the video. So I will soon make a vegan version, also a one-pot version. Here we cook the rice and meat separately and lay it, but I'm going to show how you can do the same thing just in one pot without pre-cooking the rice. So once that video is ready, I will publish it and I'll let you guys know. Hope you guys like this video. Please do leave your comment, and also please let me know what other Indian recipes you would like to see further. Can be in Instant Pot or even without Instant Pot. Just leave your comments and I will try to make them. Thank you.